Hello students, let's continue with the same question of previous lecture. If P is equal to set of all x such that x square plus 14x plus 40 is equal to 0. Q is equal to set of all x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. And R is equal to set of all x such that x square plus 17x minus 60 is equal to 0, and the universal set U contains the elements minus 20, minus 10, minus 4, 2, 3, 4, and we require to find values of all this. Now here first we will write P, Q and R in listing form. So first we start with the P. Now here we have given the quadratic equation x square plus 14x plus 40 is equal to 0. Now see, calculation is here. X square plus 14x plus 40 is equal to 0. Now we are going to split the middle term. We will write this middle term in the form of two terms in such a way that multiplication will be 40 and addition is 14. So if we multiply 10 into 4, then that is 40, and if we add plus 10 plus 4, then addition is 14. So here we will write this equation as x square plus 10x plus 4x plus 40 is equal to 0. Now we make group of first two terms and next two terms. So from first two terms taking x common, in bracket we will get x plus 10, and from next two terms taking 4 common, in bracket we will get x plus 10 is equal to 0, and since the bracket terms are same, that we will write in one bracket, that is x plus 10, and in another bracket the remaining term will be there, that is x plus 4, and that is equal to 0. So we have x plus 10 is equal to 0 or x plus 4 is equal to 0. So the values of x are minus 10, minus 4. So P is the set containing two elements minus 10, minus 4. I hope you all know how to find the roots of the quadratic equation. You already learned this concept in previous standard. Now similarly for Q, we will simplify this x square minus 5x plus 6. Here also we will split the middle term so that the multiplication of two terms will be plus 6 and addition minus 5. So here this middle term minus 5x we will write as minus 3x minus 2x. And in the similar manner, just like the previous quadratic equation, here also we will simplify to get the values of x as x is equal to 3, x is equal to 2. Therefore, Q is the set containing two elements 3, 2. Now similarly, we are going to simplify the equation which is given for R. So x square plus 17x minus 60 is equal to 0. Here also to split the middle term, we require two terms in such a way that multiplication is minus 60 and addition is plus 17. So here we are going to consider plus 20 minus 3, and in similar way we will simplify to get the values of x as minus 20 and 3. Therefore, R is the set containing elements minus 20 and 3. Now, first we require the value of P union Q, and we know union means all those elements which are present in P as well as in Q. So here the answer will be minus 10, minus 4, 3, 2. Then next we require Q intersection R. Now intersection means only common elements. So we will observe these two sets Q and R, and the common element is 3, and therefore answer for Q intersection R is equal to 3. Now we require P union Q intersection R. Now P is the one set and the another set is Q intersection R, and we are going to find union for these two, means all those elements which are present in P as well as present in Q intersection R. Therefore answer for this is -10, -4 and 3. Now next we require P intersection Q union R. Now first we will find Q union R. So the elements will be 3, 2, -20. And now we compare this with P. Is there any common element? No. Therefore answer for this is empty. Since there is no common elements, therefore we will get answer as null set, or we can write empty. Now next we require P union Q complement. Now first we have the answer of P union Q. Now we require complement of that. That means from universal set we are going to remove all those elements which are present in P union Q, and the remaining elements of universal set will be the complement of P union Q. So since here we have -10, -4, 3, 2. So that 4 element we will remove. So for the complement we will get -20 and 4. Now next we require Q dash intersection R dash. So first we will find Q complement, then R complement, and then take intersection of these two. So Q complement is equal to removing all the elements of Q from universal set. So Q complement will be -20, -10, -4 and 4, because 2 and 3 we will remove as they are present in Q. Now for R complement, the elements of R, that is -20 and 3, that we will remove from the universal set. So we have -10, -4, 2, 4. Now since we require intersection of these two, that means the common elements which are present in these two. So answer is -10, -4 and 4. So these all are the answer for this question. Now next we will start with the word problems. So here, in a class of 200 students who appear certain examinations, 35 students fail in CET, 40 in NEET and 40 in JEE. 20 fail in CET and NEET, 17 in NEET and JEE, and 15 in CET and JEE, and 5 fail in all 3 examinations. Then find how many students, first question, did not fail in any examination, second, fail in NEET or JEE entrance. Now here first we will read the given question carefully. Now here the total number of students present in a class who appeared for the certain examination is equal to 200. So total number of student is equal to 200. Now for CET we will consider the alphabet C. For NEET we will consider the alphabet N, and for JEE we will consider the alphabet J. Now the student fail in CET is equal to 35. So we will write number of elements present in C is equal to 35. Student fail in NEET is equal to 40. So number of elements present in N is equal to 40. And the student fail in JEE is equal to 40. So number of elements present in the set J is equal to 40. Now here we have given the number of students who failed in both CET and NEET, NEET and JEE, CET and JEE. So here we will write that in the form of intersection. So number of elements present in C intersection N is equal to 20. Number of elements present in N intersection J is equal to 17. And number of elements present in C intersection J is equal to 15 according to the information given. And one more thing is given, that is 5 failed in all 3. That means C as well as N as well as J. So number of elements present in C intersection N intersection J is equal to 5. Now our first question is, we require to find how many students did not fail in any examination. Now here we require number of elements did not fail in any examination. Since we have information in the form of failed students, first we will find number of elements present in C union N union J, and the formula for this is n of C plus n of N plus n of J, addition of these three, minus combination of intersection of all three, means n of C intersection N minus n of N intersection J minus n of C intersection J plus number of elements present in C intersection N intersection J. Now we know the values of all this. So substituting values here and simplifying, we will get the answer as 68. But we require the number of students did not fail in any subject. That means we require complement of this, and we know how to find the complement. From the total number we are going to remove this so that we will get the answer for complement. So 200 minus 68, that is 132. So we can say that the number of students who did not fail in any exam is equal to 132. Now we require answer for one more question, that is how many students fail in NEET or JEE exam. That means we require answer for number of elements present in N union J. Since OR is given, we require N union J. And the formula for N union J is N of N plus N of J minus N of N intersection J. Substituting the values, 40 plus 40 minus 17, that is 80 minus 17. So answer is 63. Now in next lecture again we will continue with the word problems. So thank you students.